He's only 14, but Damon Williams is already walking in the shoes of a seasoned investor.
Well, tell me, what are you worth?
I think I'm a shade over 50,000 right now.
How much?
50,000 right now in my portfolio.
You're 14 years old?
Yeah.
You know, when I was 14, I was thinking about riding horses, not the stock market. Aside from that thing about being a super successful investor, Damon's a pretty normal kid. He doesn't always clean his room, as you can see, but he is a top student and a model.
Pumping up and down is Mr. Elo.
Actor. And the starting point guard for his varsity team.
Yep, it's gone.
But this is where he really scores big.
I've gained $1,000 in coach.
You gained $1,000 over how long? How do you find out? How do you research stocks?
There's tons of websites about that you can go. Or you can go directly through the company and go to their website.
And what are you looking for? What do you study?
Like, you know, certain gauges, like a P ratio, or, you know, dividend yields, growth over the last 5 years. It has to go up consistently because, you know, history repeats itself. I look for the growth rate, has to be at least 15%.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I mean, can't you just go play a video game or something?
Yeah, but it'd be much more cool to know that I own a piece of the company that makes that video game.
All right. And remember those shoes we saw a minute ago? Well, they're what got Damon started investing in the first place.
I'm an avid basketball player, and I love the basketball trends. So there are a new pair of Jordans coming out, and of course I wanted them.
And your mom said?
No, she didn't really want to buy them. So she said I had to save up to buy a share of Nike before I could buy another pair of shoes.
That's because Damon's mom learned some tough lessons of her own. It was the 1990s. Deep in debt, April Williams figured she'd teach herself and her son some financial discipline. Damon got it, and today he has 54 shares of Nike stock, along with a whole lot of shoes.
How many of these things do you have?
So I probably get about 10 pairs of Nikes a year.
His secret? He says his shoes are like money. Both are compounding over time.
It compounds in interest, and it grows faster than the rate of inflation.
I really wanted to know if he's tempted to trade in and out of his stocks.
No, I'm not really that much of a fickle investor like that. I'm more of a buy and hold type of guy.
He, quite frankly, is sort of off the charts ahead of his peers.
And it turns out, many adults.
What financial ratio does a stock analyst consider when evaluating a company?
I have to say either a P ratio or return on equity or earnings per share.
What are unrealized gains?
Unrealized gains is the money you've made on paper. Cash would be the realized gains.
Damon's even teaching other kids how to research stocks. So where'd he get all his experience anyway?
Did you learn it from the Rich Dad, Poor Dad guy, Robert Kiyosaki?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Did you learn it from Susie Orman?
You can do anything you want when it comes to your money.
No, she knows what she's talking about, but I don't think she taught me much.
How about Jim Cramer?
I think you should back up this truck, Chevron.
He's very entertaining, but I don't learn much from him.
Now, when I'm posting you, I'm backing you in, right?
Yeah.
I taught him to be excited about being an owner, to own a piece of Walgreens, to own a piece of the company that made that Happy Meal for him that he was always begging for. Or, of course, as we know, to own a piece of Nike for all those gym shoes he has to have.
He's clearly a young man already comfortable in his own shoes and ready to put the wingtips of Wall Street on notice.